Good afternoon. I have a 5 minute presentation on the possible steps to deal with a neighbor who is a nuisance in your housing estate. By way of definition, a nuisance is something or somebody that causes you discomfort or in an annoying situation. So, a person can become a nuisance to you whereby the person's acts or conduct is irritating or annoying to you. An estate is like a community where people live together, different families live together, and you have diverse people, the way they react, the way they think, and equally people have diverse ways of doing things they want to do. So there can be a nuisance from your neighbor in so many ways. There are some neighbors, they will pour their debts into your compound. That's a nuisance because nobody wants his environment to be dirty. You want a clean environment. Some can let loose their pets like dogs, and they come into your own compound and probably bite a member of your family. In that way, they didn't guard their pets very well, and it's equally a nuisance because it has caused harm to you. Your neighbor can be such that he plays very loud music. In that way, you are not able to hear anything. You cannot sleep. You cannot form a meaningful conversation, probably with your visitor. You can't even read because the music is so loud that it's already banging off the roof of your house. So that situation has become a nuisance to you. It can equally be a neighbor that uses a very loud or noisy lawn mower. Whenever the person is mowing the lawn, you are distracted. So anything that causes you discomfort or makes you unhappy, annoyed within your surrounding where you're supposed to enjoy, because of course your home is where you stay and you are happy, you enjoy things happening around. But when it's not the same, you are annoyed, you are not happy, that means it's a nuisance. And there are equally a couple of ways you can be able to tackle a neighbor who is a nuisance. Number one is having a heart-to-heart discussion with such neighbor, telling him or her, I don't like this conduct, I don't like the way things are done. Some time ago, I read in America of a neighbor that shot his other neighbor. She described it as her neighbor is a nuisance. So we don't advocate for such violent acts because that's murder. So it's better that you have a peaceful discussion with your neighbor and point out the faults or things that he or she does that annoy you. Again, you can equally put it in writing and send it across to your neighbor that we don't like this, I don't like this, it's infringe on my privacy, you are infringing on my privacy, you are infringing on my space, the noise from your radio set is driving me crazy, please can you do something about it? But if the nuisance is life-threatening or is now becoming confrontational between you and your neighbor, you can take the law route by calling in the police to be able to stop such nuisance, or equally taking up a lawsuit whereby you charge your neighbor to court for constituting a nuisance in your community. So these are some steps you can take to be able to curb a neighbor who has become a nuisance in your estate. I hope you find this topic enjoyable, and thank you so much for watching. Do have a lovely day.